Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold, and this is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game that was played in round 10 of the ongoing Tata Steel Chess Tournament. White was the Dutch player Max Warmerdam, and black was the world champion Dommaraju Gukesh. And this position, Warmerdam has a worse position because his king is exposed on the F file. Bishop on e3 is not very good. Knight e4 is coming. Knights are superfluous. So pretty good position for black. Warmerdam played rook c1, possibly expecting the queen to move. That was the losing move. And Gukesh shouldn't move his queen. He's the world champion, so when you attack his queen, he doesn't have to move it. He played knight e4. So the main idea is if you take the queen and I take your queen with check, then you're going to lose your rook on c8 and black's up the exchange for nothing and is winning. And the problem with a normal looking move like queen e2 is it walks into knight takes g3 check, forking the king and queen because of the pin on the f pawn. Okay, so the queen has to go somewhere. So that leaves e1 and d1 as the safe squares. Chose d1, makes sense. And now Gukesh found the winning move in this position. Gukesh's queen is attacked, and Gukesh has pressure here on the king's side, and he increased the pressure with queen b8. Now he's threatening not only the aforementioned knight takes g3 check, but also queen takes g3. Again, the f-pawn is pinned. So white has a couple moves they can make that prevent capture on g3. He didn't make either one of them. If he plays king g2, then bishop h6 is a brilliant winning move, trying to make the bishop move off of f2 pawn. And a really nice variation, which happens in the notes, but it doesn't happen in the game, is bishop takes, rook takes, king h1, and then rook h2 check. I'm sure queen takes g3 wins, but this is mate, so that's better. And then knight f2 mate would have been a nice finish. And bishop h6 is winning, even if you don't take the bishop. White's king side is collapsing here. The other sort of obvious move is bishop f4. Then I sack the exchange, always sack the exchange. And white's king is too exposed. Black's threatening, queen takes f2 mate. The rook is attacked, so you can't play like queen e2 to defend the mate. The queen is also defending the d pawn. So if the queen went to like e1, then bishop takes d4 would be really strong. White doesn't have a lot of checks. If white checks, they can't check on c7 because the queen is defending that. So that's one check. And this position, the engine says, is completely winning for black because these knights aren't very good defenders of the white king. And f2 is attacked and d4 is attacked. The queen has to defend both of them. Can't play rook c2 because I take it. So, okay. Anyway, the players saw all that. And Warmerdam played king g1. The difference between king g1 and king g2 is after bishop h6, bishop takes h6, rook takes f2 is not check. So white gets a free move here to defend their pawn on g3 with either bishop f4 or queen g4. But king g1 has the downside of not protecting the g3 pawn, so black plays knight takes g3 and is just winning. If you take this, black takes everything. Check, might as well take this with check, might as well take this with check. And black's up 3 pawns, so and has a mating attack. D pawn's hanging also. White's knights are bad. Okay, so now white's down a pawn. Black still has the initiative. White played knight c5, attacking pawn on e6, or so he thought. knight f5. Now black is threatening, knight takes the bishop, pawn takes, and then queen g3 check, which would be completely winning. So white played queen g4. Black defended the e-pawn with queen e8. White finally got one of his knights out from bad position. Black retreated the knight to attack this weak d-pawn. You'll notice white has 4 isolated pawns, and white is a pawn down, and this knight on f5 is magnificent. Knight c6 attacks the pawn, and there's not really a good way to defend it. It's attacked 3 times, it's defended twice, and neither of the white knights can defend the pawn. So white attacked the e-pawn, counterattack, but that doesn't work because I just take with the bishop. Now this bishop on e3 is attacked twice, and if you trade bishops, then my pawn on e6 is defended, and black's 2 pawns up for nothing. So after bishop takes d4, white's completely lost. He could have played on, but he decided to resign here. So a crushing victory for the world champion, and that maintained his lead in the tournament. Gukesh is in clear first with 3 rounds to go. Hope you enjoyed that game. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time with more 5 Minutes with Ben. Bye.